Group H, containing Chile, Honduras, Spain, and Switzerland, promises to be an extremely entertaining arrangement. The Spanish are clear favorites here, but behind them the group could get interesting with three very different sides. Chile is definitely a team to keep an eye on throughout the tournament, as it finished only 1 point behind Brazil in South American qualifying. La Roja can attack with the best teams in the world, boasting several gifted frontmen in Humberto Suazo, Alexis Sanchez, and Esteban Paredes. However, this emphasis in the attacking third often leaves the Chilean defense in a bind and vulnerable to counterattack. The Hondurans edged out Costa Rica for the final CONCACAF automatic bid and are here to prove that they belong on an international stage. The team has struggled with recent form, failing to secure a win in the past 5 matches leading up to the World Cup. The aging Carlos Pavón is still a dangerous player in the penalty area, but he can't do it alone and will need fellow striker David Suazo to recover from injury ahead of the competition. Key midfielder Wilson Palacios is also an injury concern for Honduras, which is a big blow for a team that lacks a lot of depth. Spain enters the World Cup as a favorite to hoist the trophy on July 11th, but the real question is whether the side is comfortable with those lofty expectations. In the past, Spain has greatly underachieved at the World Cup, but it's fair to say that this Spanish team could be the greatest of all time. There is no shortage of depth here, as La Furia Roja could likely field a team composed of backups and still beat most of the teams in the tournament. Midfielders Andres Iniesta and Xavi are the key pieces in the middle of the field and orchestrate the attack better than any duo in the world. It also helps that Spain has a pair of world-class strikers to play the ball to. Fernando Torres is the golden child of this generation of Spanish football and is one of the best, if not the best, finishers in the world. Fellow top man David Villa has outperformed Torres on the big stages in the past and could be a better all-around player than his teammate. The fourth and final team in the group, Switzerland, is a drastically inconsistent side. In qualifying, Switzerland had little trouble beating Greece, but somehow found a way to lose at home to Luxembourg, one of the cellar dwellers of Europe. The Swiss lack a true playmaker in the center midfield that can spread the ball to talented winger Tranquillo Barnetta or striker Alexander Frey, whose World Cup remains in doubt due to a recent injury. Who will move through Group H? Let's get to the predictions and find out. At the bottom of Group H will likely be Honduras, which can't match the depth or big game experience as the other 3 teams. I think they will keep games close for the most part, similar to Costa Rica in 2006, but will ultimately fall shy of advancing. Honduras won't score enough goals to keep pace with Spain or Chile, but I believe a draw with Switzerland is feasible on a good day. Of the 3 remaining teams, Switzerland is clearly the weakest in my opinion. The Swiss defend well, but are very average in almost every other department. They have enough class to squeak by Honduras on goal differential, but lack the offensive prowess to seriously challenge Chile or Spain. If Frey can't recover from injury, the attacking picture only looks worse on the eve of the tournament. That leaves Chile and Spain as the 2 teams I predict will advance from Group H. Chile is a good side, but with its glaring defensive issues, there is little chance it can beat out Spain for first in the group. I like La Roja to advance on the strength of wins over Honduras and Switzerland, and to put in some pretty goals along the way. Playing Spain will be a good tune-up for what likely awaits in the second round, a matchup with either Brazil or Portugal. Spain should take 3 points from each game with relative ease. There is no team in this group that can match Spain's midfield, and slowing down its strikers is going to be a huge problem as well. The match against Chile should be extremely entertaining, as the Spanish can be vulnerable to counterattacks, but expect Spain to still win comfortably. Spain will also have added incentive to win this group to avoid facing the winner of Group G in the round of 16, which will likely be Brazil. Barring any huge upsets, Spain should be a lock for at least the semifinals, and indeed, anything short of that would be a complete disaster. Well, those are my predictions for Group H. Thank you for listening. Check out my blog, Off the Woodwork, for more previews and capsules of all 32 teams participating in the 2010 World Cup.